USC Trojans season preview. You see the USC Trojans have a week 0 game. It is against the San Jose State Spartans. Give me the Trojans in this one. And then you also get your next game at home against the Nevada Wolfpack. I think you take care of business there. Then you get the Stanford Cornell, which has had a bunch of down seasons. Forgot to mention it's your first Pac-12 game. I think you win this one. Then you got a bye week. Then a worst possible place. It's in week 3. Preferably, you want your bye week in a week towards the mid part of the season. Now, USC will get a second bye week since they play week 0, but it's not until the last week of the regular season. So that's a bad one. Keep that in mind because that's going to come back and play later as you go down the schedule. Then you get Arizona State, which is circling the drain ever since they had the head coach, Herm Edwards. He didn't really do that well. Give me the Trojans in this game. Then you get the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, I think eventually under head coach Deion Sanders that Colorado is going to do good. I don't think it'll be this season, though. I think there's a major kinks to work through for Deion. So give me the Trojans against the Colorado Buffaloes in this game. Then you get the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona hasn't really been that good lately. They get a good season occasionally, but it's very occasionally. Like, I don't think you can expect much out of Arizona this season, and especially not when they're playing a really good team like the USC Trojans. So give me the Trojans in this game against the Arizona Wildcats. Then you get what may be one of the toughest games on the schedule. It is against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame took a step back last year under first-year head coach Marcus Freeman. I think they may take a step forward this season, bordering on playoff potential. I think Notre Dame, though, is going to take a loss in this game. I think the Trojans should be able to take care of business in the game against the Fighting Irish. Now, this game is at home for Notre Dame, so don't be surprised if it goes the other way. But I think the Trojans should take care of business here. Then you get, and this is going to be bad for the Trojans because you get two of your toughest opponents back to back. This next one is against the Utah Utes. Utah won the Pac-12 last year, having defeated USC twice. Now, this game is at home for the Trojans, and I think the USC Trojans overall are more talented than Utah, and that's why I give the narrow edge to USC Trojans in this one. So give me the Trojans over the Utah Utes here. Then you get the California Golden Bears over at the Cows home stadium, but I don't think it really becomes a factor that much. I think you take care of business against the Golden Bears. Then you get another two tough opponents back to back. Now, the next game, the Washington Huskies isn't as tough as the next game left. In fact, they're probably like the fourth best team in the Pac-12 behind USC, Utah, and an opponent that's next up, so I'm not going to spoil it yet. But given the timing of the game, you could struggle against the Washington Huskies, given that it's right before what's probably your toughest game of the season. I do have you beating the Washington Huskies, however. So you going 10-0 right up until Saturday, November 11th. Where you play the Oregon Ducks in Oregon. Oregon was a surprise team last year. They had a very dynamic offense, and most of that offense does return. But unlike USC, however, Oregon does have a solid defense. USC had one of the worst defenses of the Power 5 last year. This game is at home for Oregon, and not only do I think this is a big factor, but also remember that USC only there's a bye week in week 3, and then our next bye week is the final week of the regular season. USC is going to be tired going into this game, and I think that swings the edge to the Oregon Ducks. I had the Oregon Ducks beating the USC Trojans in this game. Then you wrap things up against the UCLA Bruins. I think you're going to take care of business against them. It could be a trap game given it's right after Oregon, but I think you take care of business, win them. And there you have it. USC goes 11-1. My prediction goes 11-1 with its lone loss being to the Oregon Ducks. I think they make the Pac-12 title game. Now they would probably have to win the Pac-12 to make the playoff. Now we're going to keep the predictions going. Up next, I have the Clemson Tigers. Till then, this is Roll Tide 99. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later.